guys, and thanks for tuning in. I'm back. I know that I've been MIA for a little while. Life has been happening, and I definitely want to share with you guys what's been going on in my life. And so since this is the first video that I've done in about a month and a half, sad to say, I figured it was only right to do like a story time with you guys. And I figured I'd kill two birds with one stone, and I'm going to do my under eye mask treatment while I give you guys catch you guys up a little bit on what I've been doing. So today I have the Sakura Skin Professional. It's a concentrated recovery eye mask, and I ordered this off of Amazon a little while ago. I've tried it before and I loved it, so I definitely wanted to share it with you guys. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I'm gonna put all of that information down below. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up before we get started. Fancy, huh? And it's pink and it's really soft, and as you can see, you can kind of see like the liquid inside of it, like it's juicy, like it's really wet. The mask itself is really wet. It's not like the other ones where it's like a patch. Like these are actually soaked in whatever solution it is, and I believe this one that I got, it has collagen in it. Yeah, it's a triple power nanoactive gold, molecular collagen, and hyaluronic acid. That word hyaluronic has been in like almost every beauty cream that has come out within the last couple of months. So I must say that I like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw those on. So here's one, and that's kind of the consistency of it. It's like Jello, really. And I'm just gonna slide that on one eye. I like to try to get it like right under. As you guys can see, I got some bags going here. I want to add just a little bit of pressure so that they stick like that. I'm going to do the other one. Okay. There we go. That one went on nice and easy. I don't want it too close to my eye because I don't want that liquid getting in my eye, but I want it like right on those trouble areas up under my eyes. All right, so we got that going. Now it's time for the tea. So life has been happening. Like through the past 2 months, I've been dealing with my normal workload, which has like tripled. This is a super busy time for me at my full-time job. I'm not gonna tell you guys where I work, but it's just been super hectic, so I'm gonna get into that. Grad school has been crazy. It's only been a full because I started in August, so it's only been like almost a full semester, and I feel like it's been like 3 already. So that's been crazy, and I've moved, so I'm dealing with grad school, moving, and a heavy workload at work. It has just been crazy. So first, let me back it up. I'll start with work. Now, I will let you guys know I am a marketing manager, and I work for a university, and as part of one of my things that I do, I promote sports events for that university. And as you guys know, it's been football season, so it's been super, super crazy. I've been promoting events across the country. I would say we had a little under 700 events this football season. Like today, I'm recording this November 30th, so today is like the final game of the season. But from August until today, it's just been crazy. And so planning that, and then finding out like a month ago, my supervisor, my direct supervisor, my mentor, someone that I had much respect for, got laid off. And so with that, it came as a huge shock to everybody in the organization. And it's just been like we've been trying to pick up the pieces because she was the VP of marketing. And so it's kind of like we have a whole marketing team. I'm the one of the marketing managers, but we have several of them. And it's like, who do we turn to? So we've all kind of been assuming more roles and raising our hands and taking on new things to kind of accommodate the transition, I'll say, until we can find someone to replace her. But it has just been so crazy. And with that, we've had organizational restructuring at work. So a lot of new processes, a lot of new things soon to be a lot of new people. So it's just been an adjustment, to say the least, with that. Now, with grad school, I started in August taking an accounting and finance class. That was my first grad school class. It was a prerequisite, and I took the 8-week course, the online course. And I mean, there were a few times where it's like this is hard, or oh, I'm stumped on something, but I was able to get through it. It wasn't like painstakingly difficult, and I ended up getting a B+ in the class, and I am very proud of my B+ because I am a creative. Like, I'm in marketing. I love the creative aspect of marketing. I love the social aspect of it. Finance and accounting bores me to death. Like, I know enough to get by, but to be taking several courses on it is just kills me, but it's got to get done. So I did make a B+ on that. Right now I'm taking 2 classes. So I took one for 8 weeks, and now I'm taking 2 that are both 8 weeks. And one of them is macroeconomics. The other one is managerial and financial accounting. That's like the step up from that other course that I took. So the macroeconomics course, it's been pretty easy, but I must say that I'm definitely getting my money's worth using Chegg.com, because I'm not gonna lie, there's sometimes, don't really feel like reading, studying, and it's online, so you can fill in the blanks there. But for that class, I have a quiz every Monday and Thursday, and they're 25 questions. Now, mind you, this is an 8-week class, so the pace is pretty accelerated. The workload is a little bit more intense than your traditional 5 or 6 month class. But we had the midterm, and the midterm was set for a specific day. So if you had plans that day, you had to cancel your plans. It was only for one particular day, which I thought it was for the whole week, and then it ended on a particular day. I had it backwards. One day, you have that 24 hours within that day to complete the midterm, which was 100 questions, 1 point each, and you had 2 hours to do it. Oh my gosh. So I had plans that day, and I work full time. It was the middle of the week. It was Wednesday when it was designated for us to take the midterm. I literally had to excuse myself from work so that I can take my midterm. I was not a happy camper. I did make an 84 on it. That's okay, I'm just really dreading the final, because the final is going to be the exact same thing, where it'll be 100 questions on, I believe, December 12th or something like that. So not looking forward to that. Now, the other class that I'm taking, this managerial and financial accounting, so for that class, I actually have to go on campus. The school is about 35 minutes away. Classes are Mondays from 6 to 10:15. So to get there on time, that's like rush hour time. So I have to get there, or start getting there, like super early. And of course, like, everybody in the room has a full-time job. And so we're all like mentally drained, and like, it's bad enough that we have to deal with coming in like in the evening and staying for 4 hours and studying and all that stuff, but then on top of that, we have to deal with a douchebag of a professor. Like, this man, in my mind, is kind of crazy. Like, on the very first class, it was very hands-on. He had us doing our own problems, and then he would call on people one by one to give their answer. And he would ridicule the crap out of you if you get any of those questions, in-class questions, wrong. Like, with one girl, I was mortified for her. He called on her twice and got her questions wrong twice, and I'm sitting in the front row, she's in the back row. So he's like standing next to me, just ridiculing this poor woman. Like, what's wrong with you? Go kill yourself. Like, saying stuff like that. And I'm looking at him mortified, and it's like, don't call on me for anything, because I'm nervous if I get something wrong, that's embarrassing. And so when he does call on me, thank goodness I know what's going on and I was paying attention and kind of read ahead. And so none of my answers have been incorrect. But when he does call on me, I give him like the most dry answers, because seriously, I feel like there's something going on there. And like last class, well, that's another thing. We had class on Thanksgiving week, that Monday, and it's so bizarre because most of our other professors at the school canceled class. Even with my online class, all of the deadlines have been extended, so nothing was due Thanksgiving holiday week. But with him, he still wanted us to come in. And so with that, I don't know what he had going on, but he was making a lot of mistakes. And of course we called him out on it, because he calls everybody else and ridicules everybody else. But it was so strange because he had 4 instances where he got something wrong and we called him out. And then a student got something wrong and he was like, oh, well then, I don't feel so bad because you got something wrong. You canceled one of my mistakes, so I only made 3 mistakes. And it's like, what? He's just very bizarre. So pray for me. I only have, I believe, 2 or 3 more classes left where I actually have to go in. And then I'll be done. And I've already registered for next semester, so I'll be taking, and I cannot remember what courses they are. I know they're aligned with what I need to take, but I just can't remember the names of them. But total next semester, I'll be taking 3 classes again, and it'll be 1 and for 8 weeks, and then the next 8 weeks, there'll be 2, just like how I've been doing. So yeah, that's been going on, and let's see, I think that's it for grad school. I made like a list to kind of keep my thoughts clear, because sometimes with these I start going off on tangents and whatever. So then the last thing was, I had mentioned that I moved. So before I lived in Marietta, Georgia, about 11 miles from Midtown Atlanta, and now I'm like a mile outside of Atlanta, maybe 2, but yeah, so I'm a lot closer, and this is definitely the area that I want to be in. Love my new apartment, love the price, love the area, love my commute, love everything about it. But I will say my movers, that was an experience. I tried my best to have everything packed up before they got there. When they got there, I was still packing up a few things, but when they arrived and I walked out to meet them so they can see what apartment to come to, I instantly, my heart sunk. They looked like ex-cons. Seriously, one of them, their face was completely covered in tattoos. The other one seemed to be a little off, he wasn't all there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't feel so safe. But they turned out to be pretty sweet people. They made light of the situation, because moving is not fun. It's downright tiring and can be very stressful. And we're chatting and joking and all that sort of stuff. And I will say that I appreciate, sorry, my little eye masks are sliding. I will say that I appreciate that aspect of the move. However, they were extremely slow. And I had 2 hours reserved. I believe it was 2 hours reserved. It might have been 3. But anyway, I had a set time reserved for a quote already. I'd already been quoted for that time. And if there was any time added to that, it would be an extra $60. So yeah, I had to run to the ATM just to have enough money or cash to be able to give to them, because I had 2 extra hours on top of what I had already reserved. So that part was a little weird. And then when I went to pay him, he had to call the manager and make sure, that he was asking of the right amount from me. And at that point in time, the manager told him that it was $97 cheaper than what it was. And in my head, I'm I've already calculated it out. So I already had an expectation on what to give them. And he gave me a price way under that. And in my head, I'm oh, okay, sure. Here you go. Here's a tip. Bye. And so that was that. They left and I started the unpacking process. But then, like, I would say at maybe 9 o'clock that night, I get a phone call and I'm thinking that it's somebody else. And when I answer, it's one of the movers saying, "Hey, we made a mistake. Could you send this money via PayPal or Cash App?" And I'm like, how unprofessional. Like, I almost wish I didn't answer the phone. However, I did, and so I went ahead and PayPal'd the manager the extra $90, but I was just so ready to be done with them. I will say that, and I can't think of the name of the moving company at this moment, and I'll probably put that information below once I get it as well, just in case if you're in the Atlanta area looking to move. But I will say the price was really reasonable, because I know I was roughly expecting about $500, and with everything it was about $322 or $320 something, so it was a lot cheaper than I was expecting for the stuff that I have. I will say that as far as damages, the only thing that I've noticed that has been damaged is my washer, where there's like I don't really know how to explain it, but there's like where the door opens, there's like a hinge there, and one of the hinges is a little loose now, and that I know that wasn't there prior to the move. Also, I noticed when they were bringing in my sectional, like one of the legs scratched the ceiling. So there's like, you can see the scratch mark in the ceiling. But other than that, I haven't really noticed anything, you know, major. They're like little tiny scratches on some of the dressers, nothing to fuss over. But as far as damages, those were the only two things that I noticed. But yeah, they were definitely some characters, and I was ready to get them out of the apartment and on their way. So that is what has been going on with me, and I think this is perfect timing. It's been roughly, I would say maybe 15 minutes or so, which is typically around the time that I like to leave my eye mask on, 15 to 20 minutes to let all of that goodness absorb into your skin. But I definitely wanted my first video in a month and a half to be kind of a catching up video, just because I know I've been MIA for a little while. But I do want to thank you guys for joining me. I also really appreciate all of the messages and comments that I've been getting, asking about me, checking up on me. That was really sweet, you guys, and I really appreciate it. And I just want to say I would love, 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 if you haven't already, to please subscribe, because it's getting to be the end of the year, and I definitely want to do an end of year giveaway, and I don't want anybody to miss out on that. So thanks for joining me. Stay tuned, and I'll see you guys soon.